This is an emergency. We have just been violently dragged into the buses here at the first checkpoint on the way to Ismailia. We were sitting quietly and not doing anything. We were debating that we would leave soon in taxis back to Cairo because we did not break any law. And all of a sudden, several people stormed in and they started to push people and drag them outside. They have beaten people. I have seen one woman that was beaten in her face in front of me. They didn't leave time to grab the luggage or anything. Now we're beaten, and this is the bus is now full of people. I hope no one is seriously injured. This is a very shocking incident. Stop. Thank you. So this is one of the Secret Service people that was just walking in here. I have to stop this live stream now. We are in danger. This is an emergency. We need help.
Manzarayı unutmayın. Burada İsrail'in askerleri değil bunlar. Mısır'ın askerleri. Uçağın etrafını çemberle sardılar. Bakın, hepsi Mısır'ın askerleri. Bizi bir terörist gibi ülkeden zorla...
Yes, these people have been doing this for over a long time. In the West, they can allow this to happen, but they don't understand that there are certain part of the world that they don't allow people to do this. They took a decision to move into Egypt, to go straight into Gaza to demonstrate. What they saw, they didn't expect. They actually find out. At a certain point, when I watched the video and what has been going on social media recently with Greta Thunberg, this is just an example to these people. They call themselves activists. Imagine traveling from Europe to Egypt just to do this, risking your life. Some do it for cameras. I understand. They know the consequences, what will follow suit. What is going on? It is important. I show you some videos.
And I am from Sweden. If you see this video, we have been intercepted and kidnapped in international waters by the Israeli occupational forces or forces that support Israel. I urge all my friends, family and comrades to put pressure on the Swedish government to release me and the others as soon as possible.
Thunberg is speaking to reporters. Let's take a listen to what she has to say.
On international waters we were illegally attacked and kidnapped by Israel and taken against our will to Israel, where we were detained, and then some of us deported, some are still there. There are very big uncertainties because it was quite chaotic and uncertain, so I don't really know what's going on. I haven't had a phone for many days, and
What were the conditions for you over the last few hours?
they were absolutely nothing compared to what people are going through in Palestine, especially Gaza right now. And this is yet another international a violation of international rights, adding to the list of countless of such, especially towards Palestinians, that Israel are committing by blocking and preventing humanitarian aid from entering Gaza. That is illegal.
How did the Israelis treat you? We saw them giving out sandwiches on their social media. How did
Yeah, they probably have posted lots of PR stunt videos. As I said, I have not seen anything. But they did an illegal act by kidnapping us on international waters and against our will, bringing us to Israel, keeping us in the bottom of the boat, not letting us getting out and so on. But that is not the real story here. The real story is that there is a genocide going on in Gaza and a systematic starvation following the siege and blockade now, which is leading to food, medicine, water that are desperately needed to get into Gaza is prevented from doing so. But of course there are many attempts like this mission, both by sea and land, to break that siege and open up a humanitarian corridor.
I believe you saw that these woke activists show up at the Egyptian border struggling to force in to enter Gaza. The Egyptian forces are not there to play. They had to take them down. to a level they have not seen before. Most of these people I saw in this video, they are from Europe. Imagine traveling that distance. At a certain point, I was like, this is what you ask for. You can't just go into another country, you want to bypass the border. There are procedures that you need to pass through before you do that.
I believe that the people of the Arabic nations have a white heart. I believe you are good people. They are starving children. I tried to feed these children and they shot at me. For love, for humanity, for Islam, stand with your Islamic peoples. Please stand with your Islamic brothers and sisters. They welcomed me into their heart. I paid to go there as a nurse. They beat me in the desert for feeding starving Islamic children. Where is your calm? Where is your heart? For the love of life and for the love of humanity. They're babies and women. The women are trying to feed their dying babies and their breasts are empty. Do you know what that smells like? Do you know what that sounds like? For humanity and for love, stand with your brothers and sisters in Palestine. I have never seen or experienced anything like it. Please, I will beg you, allow us to march to Palestine. Please, you've got to listen.
I'm shocked. Egyptians don't allow people of this magnitude to enter their countries. This is what I've observed here. Yes. What this man is struggling to do. Oh, because you Muslims, you need to do this, you need to do that. At a certain point, when I look at exactly what is going on, this was just for the cameras. That is what I thought when I saw this video. Bima had a segment. They talked about this. I want to show you that video with John Fediment.
And what about the war in Gaza? Now, both of us, I think, have taken a lot of heat because we support Israel sort of forthrightly, and a lot of people don't. Obviously, there's a lot of horrible destruction and loss of life on both sides. Obviously, started that war. Israel has prosecuted it, and some people say too far. Now, one of their ex-prime ministers, Maher, this is an ex-prime minister, is now saying Israel is committing war crimes. I keep saying, do you think Hamas needs to be destroyed? And people say yes. And then the next question is, well, how do we know when that is? Now, we may find out that Netanyahu has gone too far. What do you think about this? Does this change your thinking at all that an ex-prime minister would say this?
No, I really do think, absolutely. I don't believe Israel has incurred any kind of a war crimes. And then I also think we've seen a lot of the language been cheapened as well, too.
For people who usually complain, like, why are you putting videos after your clips? The last few minutes behind my videos, that is just for the YouTube algorithm. They hardly pick up videos on this channel for reasons I don't know. They don't recommend, so we struggle every single day to continue to put out videos. Please bear with me. If you see it, you can even stop here.
Who? People line up for my advice, and you're walking away like I'm stupid. It's like I've written books. I've given speeches.
Why don't we choose more carefully who we're going to lionize? Not just us, like the Harvards and the MITs of the world. Look,
there are just many natural reasons why marriage, infertility, trying to have kids makes things difficult. It's like I try to tell couples, of course it's hard. Just listen to what I said.
There's something wrong with this person. Like, she's seriously depressed here and actually found a way to bitch and moan about how hard it is to live.
Of Donald Trump's post this morning.
Justice will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial.
Require Carmelo to run. He had
100.
Has been overwhelming. The lies in their
I'm from Toronto, Canada.
wrong or good.
What if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one.
Because she's fearful of what might happen to her.
Followers for anything. And then
Registration Act is
talking about this man.
My summary of the first 100 days is that
if film and TV productions continue to
First term, and you will be very...
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does every year. This Carmelo Anthony case.
Live in the White House. Many people
like a little unhinged drunk.
And black people don't want to live around wretched black people.
From an employee, and they had a brother.
Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass.
Be undocumented. It is not a crime to be undocumented.
But what they're saying is the problem is that they
no,
are.
but I'm saying we need
J-Lo. Here's the reason we have to get to J-Lo.
Attract people to them. I don't know.
We have to get to J-Lo. Here.
Like when I was younger, I'd go in D.C. and stuff, and I would always stay at George Washington University.
We're better off today than anybody.
a lot of the black people that I see over here